We started to think, hey, we need to work more on prevention. And when we understand now that all the insurance industry is looking for profitable growth and not just the top line, now is the time.
Yeah.
Because 3, 4, 5 years ago, everybody wanted to have more premiums. Now, everybody is focused on profitable growth. And this is the time that we can drive the industry towards more compelling to our society. Hi, my name is Gil Arazi, and welcome to the future of insurance.
Live from the floor of ITC Vegas 2025.
Okay. Gil, thank you for taking time out at ITC.
Pleasure,
Very
thank you.
busy, I know. I'd love to learn about you, FinTLV. This part is a lot to cover, but
Right.
quick intro is tell us about yourself.
Okay, cool. So I was born and raised in Tel Aviv, and this is my 30th year in the insurance industry. I'm very old.
Still young for insurance.
Yeah, still young, still alive and kicking. My first 21 years I spent as a C-level manager, CEO of companies, both in Israel and in Europe.
Okay.
I was working also for Generali, and I was dealing with everything that you can imagine in this industry, from PNC, long-term savings, life, provident funds, whatever, everything. Then 9 years ago, I decided to build my own business. I left these corporates because of internal politics, and I couldn't bear it anymore.
Yeah.
I left these corporates and I established FinTLV. And luckily, and we had very big luck in this, we succeeded to become one of the leading global Insurtech VCs.
Yeah.
We funded companies like Hippo, which we exited in November 21.
Yeah.
We just sold Next Insurance. We sold Corvus to Travelers.
Yeah.
We are invested in Boltec, in Accurate, in many other companies. These are the success stories. You have also not successful stories.
That's what VC is.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
that's what
everything doesn't
exactly.
work, but yeah.
But that's what VC is.
Yeah.
But what is more important for us is to bring value to this industry.
Yeah.
And our investors are only insurance groups from all around the world.
Okay.
From Japan, from Thailand, from Israel, from Europe, from US. And we are constantly working with the global insurance companies and the reinsurance companies to understand what are the trends that they are looking at, and what we believe is going to be the next thing in the insurance industry in order to focus our investment thesis. So, for example, we started to discuss and look into cyber insurance companies in 2018.
Yeah.
And then we invested in Corvus, and then we moved forward. So in the last 4 years, you know that it's a big shift in the Insurtech industry.
Yeah.
And in the last 4 years, first of all the insurance companies understood there is no disruption anymore. And basically, all these insurance incumbents, they don't find any more time for early stage companies, experiments, POCs, etc., because they want to have, let's say, profitable IRR on innovation. And most of them are now focused on profitable growth and revenue streams that are coming not just from the insurance, but from added value services, and of course, retention.
Yeah.
So what we are looking at in the last 4 or 5 years is mostly what's going to happen on prevention side, and what's going to happen on longevity and lifespan.
Yeah.
And we've been dealing with this very deeply, and we see huge changes in lifespan and mortality and stuff like that. And we invested a lot in companies in these areas.
Yeah.
And also the prevention side leads us to new understanding of what is the type of impact that we expect us as a society to gain from our insurance companies.
Yeah.
And for me, this is very, very important.
Yeah.
So every person or every company that has any protection gap that is protected by any insurance company, immediately this insurance company becomes an impactor on this person, on your life, basically. If something happens, either you are covered or not.
Right.
So that's why we decided to move forward and to focus on prevention.
There's a lot I want to ask you about.
Yeah.
So one thing
I'm sorry, I speak too much.
No, this is great. So I do want to get into prevention because I feel like predict and prevent has been this war cry for a few years, and we haven't actually done, you could argue we haven't done anything, but we've done some things, but we're nowhere near where we should be or where the volume of discussion about it should have us. So I do want to get into that. But I found it interesting when you talked about sort of like 4 years ago, this pivot in, it's not about disruption anymore, that overlaps with, as a VC, I would ask you,
Wow.
a shift in the funding environment
Yes.
in sort of 2021 when all of a sudden money became very hard to come by. Do those two things, was that a coincidence or was that all?
No. This is a great question because we live in this area. So until 2021, we had huge investments in capital intensity, in balance sheets.
Yes, yeah.
In companies like we invested tens of millions of dollars in companies like Hippo and hundreds of millions of dollars in companies like Next Insurance and companies like that. But what happened in March 2021, we understood that the market has changed.
Yeah.
We understood it because we saw the interest rates started to climb.
Yeah.
And we saw the, let's say, the headwinds that are going to happen to capital intense companies.
Yeah.
And from April 21, we stopped investing in balance sheets.
Yeah.
And we only invest in technology providers or capital light companies like Boltec, for example.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
ITC 2 years ago, I got to sit down with Rob, who's brilliant and inspiring.
He's amazing.
Yeah,
he's the most inspirational spiritual person for me here.
Yeah. He is, anyone who can get time with Rob should. But so then you were talking about prevention.
Yeah.
You're wearing the Spark pin. I want to get into this. Can you explain where that led to and what you're building?
Okay. So, as I said, we moved to the technology providers and companies that enables the technology for insurance companies. But very quickly, when we started looking at longevity and aging, we saw amazing solutions that can really increase significantly the healthy lifespan of people.
Yeah.
But we didn't see the insurance industry following these companies.
Yeah.
And it was very tricky for us to understand why. How come an insurance company that pays tons of money on claims, on health claims, are not doing this, any prevention? And I think the best example I can give you, because nobody understands about it yet, is menopause.
No one talks about it,
Menopause, nobody talks about it. Only 14% of women are getting treated for menopause, but the long implications of untreated menopause keeps following you until you are dead, which means 30% more Alzheimer and dementia, 40% more frailty, 30% more of heart disease and cancer.
Yeah.
Why are we not doing anything about it? And we can do it very easily.
Yeah.
We can solve a huge amount of money on future claims. We can improve people's lives and make the world better.
Yeah.
That's what we started to think, hey, we need to work more on prevention. And when we understand now that all the insurance industry is looking for profitable growth and not just the top line,
right.
now is the time.
Yeah.
Because 3, 4, 5 years ago, everybody wanted to have more premiums, without understanding even, because it takes 8 to 10 years to prove the profitability of these premiums. You don't care. Now everybody is focused on profitable growth, and this is the time that we can drive the industry towards more, let's say, compelling to our society.
Yeah.
And we have systemic risks today that we know how to protect from and how to reduce these systemic risks. Even if we talk about earthquakes, we can't avoid earthquake, but we can use technology to reduce the systemic risk that is derived out of this earthquake.
Yeah.
Okay? So this is why we have decided to put everything on from our side and to build this. It's a not-for-profit organization, and to bring value to our industry through prevention, which means we have built basically a consortium. It's very hard to build a consortium in the insurance area. It's almost unbelievable how hard it is. It's 2 years. So we have built a consortium, and this consortium already have the best companies, the big companies like Generali, like Travelers, like QBE, like Aon is our founding members, etc. We have many companies, and this consortium is going to deal with technologies that are proven from not Insurtech technologies, from all the world, from all the other verticals that we are going to connect into insurance products. And by that, we're going to drive prevention and bring it to everyone's table.
Is it focused in on you were talking about health situations in particular. Is
Yeah.
it a health story? You're talking about earthquake, is it a property story, or is it agnostic
Yeah.
to what the issue is? It's about reducing sort of the preventable risk.
Okay, great. So first of all, insurance is so big.
Yeah.
So we have decided that the first year of the Spark, we're going to focus on mostly P&C, specialty and E&S.
And the Spark is the name of the consortium?
The Spark is the name of the
Okay,
consortium.
yeah.
Sorry.
No.
The Spark is the name of the consortium. And you can find everything on the sparkins.com, which is the website of the
We'll link
Spark.
to that, of course, yeah.
Yeah, okay. But so the first year is going to be focused because it's just the first year of establishment.
Yeah.
We're going to focus on mostly P&C, specialty and E&S. And from next year, we're going to add life and health into these players. And we have built a very robust program that we are funding, basically, which will do days of workshops and explorations with all the members of the Spark together in a collaborative way, and also one-on-one meetings.
Yeah.
We're going to build the map of challenges and pain points. So we are starting in the demand side, not what we have to push you on the technology side, the demand side. And then we take everything to the advisory board of the Spark, which consists top leaders of our industry.
Yeah.
And together with them, we decide on the 10 top use cases to be handled this year. On these use cases, we're doing the full research, the full analysis, all the companies, and we're going to start building together with them the solutions on these 10 use cases.
Is it you're creating the solutions, or then it's sort of taking the VC route and looking for them to support them and bring them to market, or both?
So it depends on the need.
Yeah.
Because the advisory board will decide if it's to establish a new tech-enabled NGA that will prevent machine breakdown on, let's say, power plants.
Yeah.
We are happy to put the first money and to build this MGA together with them if we have the right partners.
Yes.
We want to have the capacity providers, the fronting, and the data. We bring the data.
Yeah.
Aon will bring the data,
Sure.
and also Milliman and others.
Yeah.
But we know how to build the risk modeling. We know how to bring the pricing models.
Yeah.
And we know how to bring the capital. Now we have the right partners to drive this forward. We are going to do it.
Yeah.
If they would like to do it, we're going to do it. In some case, it could be only a small added value service that you can just add to your policies.
Yeah.
And that's it. We don't need to do anything.
Yeah.
So it really depends on the demand side. I'm focused on the demand side. What you need, that's what you get.
Yeah. I mean, that the chance of viability of the idea is much stronger if you start with the problem and the market for it versus like, hey, here's the technology, let's find a home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just the problem, it's also the go-to-market then
Yes.
is going to be the same
Yeah. Yeah. Fair point.
through the same
Yeah.
partners.
When you put life and health together,
Yeah.
on the insurance side, they're
Oh.
wildly different businesses, and at least in the US, they're not the same companies.
Yeah.
But when you talk about the prevention, now it is the same. Is it? I mean,
Yes and no.
100%. It depends on what the issue is, but a lot of the things that would help a health insurer on the loss side will also contribute to
Health,
life
to
insurer
life,
on
yeah.
the longevity side.
But not on the annuities, right?
Different space. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So-
yet another difference.
So
but yeah,
it's very complicated, and you know, many of the health insurance programs in the US are for employees.
yeah,
And when you speak with companies that are managing these programs, they tell you, I don't want to do any innovation on prevention. And you ask them why? Because in the next 5 years, this employer is going to change the program.
Yeah.
And we're not going to enjoy the fruits of this prevention because we put some money now. But when you show them that they can reduce do the cost containment,
yeah,
even in the next 2 to 3 years, and we know how to show this,
yeah,
it becomes more relevant.
yeah,
But as you said, it's tricky, and it's going to be tricky because I'm now moving to another topic. It's going to be more tricky in 5 to 10 years from now
Tell me.
when we have quantum computers operational.
Yeah,
This is where it's going to be very tricky because it's going to change the lifespan, it's going to change longevity, and it's going to change the risk on cyber, on every type of technology, etc.
yeah.
So this is another topic that we're dealing with.
Cryptography is
Yeah,
completely blown up.
yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
15-minute conversation or however long we've gone. is a bit pointless for this level of conversation.
Yeah.
I do appreciate in this chance, but we will have to have a part
Yeah.
two.
I'm just saying that this is what goes in our minds when we are looking at the future.
Yeah. I really appreciate you sitting down. I know you're very busy at ITC, but thank you for this.
Thank you very much for hosting
And I
me.
will make you come back again.
Oh,
so it'll be
really?
more.
I would love to.
Excellent. Thank you, Gil.
Thank you so much.
You.